Hi everyone, and welcome to our very first Chat with Matt District Update. I'm Anita Foster. Today we're going to meet our new superintendent, Dr. Matt Smith. He's going to share with us some of the experiences he's had traveling around to campuses, meeting teachers, and getting to know our community. He's also going to share with us his top 4 key objectives. These are things that he's going to be working on as he starts his career here. We're starting a new segment that you all have participated in called Ask Me Anything, and we're going to ask those questions to Dr. Matt, and then we're going to wrap it up with some good news from around the district. Please welcome the man of the hour, our new superintendent, Dr. Matt Smith. Welcome to Arlington.
Thank you, Anita. I'm so happy to be here in Arlington ISD.
So tell us, I know you've been all over the place. It has to have been a whirlwind so far. Tell us about some of those experiences that you've already had.
You know, it has been a whirlwind from day one. I was able to see amazing things on some of our campuses, see our students in action. I've been to some athletic events already and some events at our Performing Arts Center. And it's just amazing to see our community coming together to support kids. And yes, it's been fast and furious so far.
And I think that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many great things that we're going to show you all across Arlington.
I can't wait.
Well, and I know you're working on 4 key objectives as you get your boots on the ground, so to speak. Tell us what those objectives are.
Things that I think is important for us right now in Arlington ISD is to celebrate the work that's been going on for a long time. I was attracted to this school district because of work that had been happening, and I think it's important for us to point out as public educators the work that is happening in our schools and in our district, specifically in Arlington ISD, so I want to celebrate those things. I also want to make sure that we're exploring the possibilities for the future. We have a great opportunity here to build off of some personalized learning experiences for students, pathways that most districts don't see. But I also want to take a look at what the future looks like together because I see a synergy in the school district that you don't find very often. The next thing is I want to create connections across the school district. I want to be able to hear and listen well to the teachers, the staff, and the community so I know our areas of strength, but also our areas for growth for the future. And then finally, I think it's important to note Dr. Cavazos did an amazing job building strong partnerships across this community. I know I need to continue that. So building strong partnerships with multiple entities in our school district is a key priority for me.
We really appreciate that, Dr. Matt, because you'll find everyone in the Arlington ISD is invested in working on these priorities with you.
I appreciate that.
For now, though, they want to get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, I'm a little nervous.
Well, you should be. We put a request out to all of the staff and we said, ask Dr. Matt anything you want to, and we will answer these questions on our very first Chat with Matt.
I think I'm ready.
Here we are.
All right.
So number 1, so important. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
You know, the first thing that comes to mind, and it's a pretty easy one for me, is chips and guacamole. I could probably live off of chips and guacamole every day. Maybe queso would be substituted here and there, but I love chips and guacamole.
Okay, good choice, and heart healthy as well. So if you could master, we'll go with that, right?
Yes.
If you could master one talent overnight, what would it be?
You know, I'm always amazed at people that can sing. I might be that guy in church who mouths the words more than sings because I don't want to embarrass my family sitting next to me. So I think it'd have to be singing, and I see that in our students. The talent in our students has just been amazing so far.
Well, you will be. I don't know if you heard, we did help produce the Pentatonics, Marin Morris.
Yes.
Lots of talent comes from Arlington ISD to make up for my also lack of ability to sing. So good one. What is the best piece of advice someone has ever given you?
You know, I had a former superintendent who was a real mentor to me, and he always said, listen well. And I think that's a really important one. Instead of trying to make sure you're answering a question in your head before the person's done talking, instead of trying to make sure you are thinking about what's coming next on your calendar, trying to make sure you're connecting with people and really listening fully to the people sitting in front of you.
Very good. Are you married? And if so, do you have kids?
Yes, I've been married to my wife, Heather, for 22 years, and we have 2 amazing daughters, Haley, who's 20 years old, and Summer, who's 18.
And do you have pets?
Yes, we are dog people, and I know that might disappoint some people, but we are dog people. I like dogs.
Okay, very good. Do you have pet peeves?
You know, that's a tough one for me. I think the only pet peeve that I have is when I hear people not talking positively about public education. I think that we have seen amazing things happen in public education, and specifically in Arlington ISD, so it really bothers me when I hear people saying otherwise.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about Arlington ISD so far?
I'd have to say it's watching students in action. You can see students' eyes light up. I was able to see students in a piano lab the other day, and those are experiences that not every student gets, and you see the excitement in their eyes. In a theater classroom, in a regular classroom, the connection that teachers make for students is something that they're interested in and can really pursue for the future. It's been amazing so far.
Okay, very good. Arlington ISD is a great employer except for the price of health care. So what plans might you have in place to improve that?
That's a great question. You know, one of the things that I know that people are facing across the state is rising costs of healthcare. And obviously, we want our staff to feel supported and able to meet those healthcare needs that they have as a family. I know we have a team already looking at those things, and we'll continue to look at those things. As the superintendent of the school district, I want to make sure we're finding the best benefits that we can possibly provide for every staff member in our school district, and we'll continue doing that.
Okay, that's good news for us to hear. How do you like your coffee?
Well, this morning I ordered a vanilla sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks.
Fancy.
Normally just coffee and cream.
Okay, coffee and cream. What was your favorite subject in high school?
English. I had some amazing English teachers. I had amazing teachers in all subject areas, but English really connected with me. I loved novels, I loved writing, and I loved the way that words could be used in art, in painting a picture for people to see and feel. And so really decided to pursue English and became a high school English teacher.
Very good. What was your first car?
That's a funny one. I had I think it was a 1982 Chevy S10 pickup. It was that really light blue, only 2 doors, didn't have 4-wheel drive, and I drove that on the snowy roads of New York. And so it was really an experience every day getting to school.
Okay, I feel like there could be more stories
Yeah, absolutely.
there. We'll save for another time. How do you de-stress from such a stressful position?
You know, I appreciate that question. I want to note something first is I believe we have amazing people here who have made this transition easy for me so far. Yes, it's been busy, but the staff in Arlington ISD are amazing board of trustees. Honestly, people have been supporting me extremely well right now. But personally, just managing the job and everything, I like to run, I like to be active. I'm not a fast runner, but I enjoy being active and being outside and doing things physically.
All right, very good. All the athletics people are cheering.
That's right.
Okay, here's our last question. Can we find out your birthday so we can send you good wishes?
Oh, goodness. Let's keep it just at the date. I won't share the year. October 21st.
October 21st. Okay. So I love it. These are our questions from our staff. And I want to ask you guys, if you would like to continue this segment, Ask Me Anything, to just send your questions back in to afoster3@aisd.net. And I'll toss them over to you, Dr. Matt, and we will answer them in our next Chat with Matt update.
Glad I made it through that one. I was worried.
Well, I know you've been out and about all over the district, Dr. Matt. Tell us some good news from around the district.
While I've only been here in the district for less than a month, I've been a busy bee, lucky enough to attend one of our 2 area spelling bees. Not only was I impressed by how well our elementary and junior high students can spell, but I was also impressed by the organization shown by all the Arlington ISD employees who put on the bee.
Octuplicate. OCTUPLICATE. Octuplicate.
Thanks to them and all the schools for helping prepare our outstanding spellers. I also want to congratulate 2 of our teachers, Dunn Elementary's Regina Evans and Short Elementary's Kaylin and Sina Caraway, for being selected as the Reliant Class Acts Teachers of the Month for December and January. This award, which is run by the Dallas Cowboys, honors teachers from across the Metroplex. We've now had 9 winners in 3+ years, more than any other district in the Metroplex. Also, congratulations goes to our Chief Financial Officer, Darla Moss, and everyone in our finance department, as our district earned the Meritorious Budget Award for the 12th consecutive year. The award was given by the Association of School Business Officials International. Participants submit their budget documents to a panel of school financial professionals who review the materials for compliance with the MBA criteria checklist and provide expert feedback that districts can use to improve their budget documents. And finally, I want to thank everyone who has made me feel so welcome since I started at the end of last month. I visited Jones, Duff, Bowles, the Dan Dipert Career and Technical Education Center, as well as the Dr. Marcela Cavazos Center for Visual and Performing Arts. I've also been to SAM, also been over to Amos, and I'm seeing amazing things at Atherton as well. Everyone has made me feel welcome at all of the stops that I've had so far, whether I was checking in on principals, meeting with staff members, or surprising my first batch of Teachers of the Month. I see the excitement you have for the district, and I can't wait to get a chance to meet with every one of you.
Well, we're just thrilled to have you here, Dr. Matt. Thank you for taking the time to sit down for our very first Chat with Matt session.
It's my pleasure.
But it won't be our last.
Okay.
I have one last question for you, though, before we wrap up today.
I'm worried about this one.
You should be. Have we figured out how to use octuplicate in a sentence?
I definitely have not yet. I'm going to have to look through our spelling bee students.
I agree. They were so amazing. So thank you for everything that you've done so far. We look forward to just continuing to work with you and help carry out the mission of our school district.
Thank you, Anita. I'm glad to be here.
Well, again, if you guys have questions for Dr. Matt, you can just send them in to me at afoster3@aisd.net, and we will include them in the next Ask Me Anything segment. Until then, everyone stay safe and well.